Hello and welcome. My name is Suzanne and today I'll be taking you through a short and sweet power vinyasa practice. So we're going to build a bit of heat with this class, we'll be doing lots of movements, lots of vinyasas, but as always feel free to take everything at your own pace. Take what you want, leave out what you don't, and yeah, when we're ready, we're actually going to get started in a downward facing dog and get started straight away. So if you want to come forward into all fours first, taking the hands under the shoulders. Take a few moments to check out your foundation of the hands. So spread the fingers out nice and wide. Really press down into fingertips, press down into the knuckles. Lift your shoulders back away from the wrist joint. Start to tuck your toes under, sit back towards heels. Then lift the sitting bones up and back into a downward dog. Now the first downward dog tends to be a bit sticky, so bend the knees as much as you need to. Keep your feet hips distance apart. Keep the hands nice and active just as they were in that tabletop position. Shoulders drawing back away from the wrist joint. Pay closer attention to your breath. When you're ready, take a nice long deep breath in through the nose, hold it at the top, open out your mouth and just sigh it all out. Take two more like that, big deep breath in, and sigh it out. One more deep breath in. And sigh it out. Return to breathing in and out through the nose. Try to maintain that quality of breath throughout our practice today. From our downward facing dog, let's lift up nice and high into the tiptoes. Begin to round through the back as we ripple forward into a high plank. Hold your high plank here for a moment, hands nice and active, shoulder blades lifting up towards the ceiling, crown of head pulls forward and the heels press back towards the back of the room. Switch on your glutes. Then keeping this shape with the arms in the back, rock forward into the tiptoes so your shoulders will start to shift forward over your fingertips, engage your core. Then gently rock back, shoulders behind the wrists. A few more times like this, we rock forward, then we gently rock back. Shift the weight forward, engage your core. Shift the weight back. For the last one, rock forward and hold it here. Now drop your knees down to the mat. When they hit the mat, you can untuck toes, bend your elbows, hug the sides of your ribs as you bend and lower the belly down to the mat. Keep the hands under shoulders, press tops of feet down. Wrap shoulder blades back and on an inhale, pull forward the chest into a low cobra. Hold it here for a moment. Exhale, soften and relax back down. Take two more, move with the breath. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, relax back down. One more deep breath in. And exhale, soften down. From here, come onto hands and knees. Tuck your toes under, send your hips up and back. Find your way to a downward facing dog. Keep the hands nice and active, armpits wrapping in towards each other. On an inhale, lift your right leg up, bend your right knee and point it towards the ceiling. Try to stack the right hip on top of the left, wrap your right shoulder down towards the mat. Good, then we exhale, release the right foot back down and swap sides. Lift your left leg up, bend left knee pointed towards the ceiling. Think of trying to stack the hips whilst wrapping your left shoulder down towards the mat. Release the left foot back down into your regular downward facing dog. Keep your hands at the top of the mat, come up onto the tiptoes, draw your navel in, soften your knees. Gently tiptoe your feet forward towards your hands. Take your time to get there. Feet hips distance apart. Exhale, hinge, just fold and relax over the legs here for a few moments. If it's available, bend your knees a lot. Take your backs of your hands onto the mat, just to give them a little bit of a counter stretch. If that's not happening, you could always just hold on to opposite elbow. One more breath here. Then exhale, release your hands. Tuck chin to chest. Slowly start to unfurl. Ease yourself up to stand for the first time, so really take your time. Draw the navel in. Wrap your shoulder blades back and down and lift up nice and tall through the crown of your head. Come to mountain pose, Tadasana at the top of your mat. Spread your toes, press into your heels, Energize through the whole midline of your body. Wrap the shoulders down. Lift up nice and tall through the crown of your head. Start to move through some sun salutations now to build even more heat in the body. Move with the breath. On an inhale, reach your arms up, maybe look up. On an exhale, hinge your hips, gently fold over legs. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, hands to mat, step back to a plank. You can lower your knees just like we did before. If you have chaturanga in your practice, you might lower in one line. Then you can either lift into your low cobra or lift up into an upward dog. So it's your choice. Tuck chin to chest, send the hips up and back in space. Find your way to a downward dog. We stay here just for 3 breaths. Keep stretching it through the body. Sending the hips up and back. Navel stays drawing in. One more inhale. As you exhale, soften your knees, look forward. You can step, walk, or hop feet in between hands. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, just fold. Press through your feet, big inhale, sweep the arms up. We move straight away into our second round. Exhale, hinge your hips and fold to the earth. Inhale, halfway, long spine. Exhale, step or hop back. You can drop the knees or move through chaturanga, your choice on the exhale. Cobra or up dog on the inhale, shoulders wrap back. Downward facing dog as we exhale. Again, 3 breaths here. Keeping the hands nice and active, fingers spread nice and wide. Keep trying to draw your shoulders back away from the wrists as the armpits face each other here. Another deep breath in. On the exhale, soften your knees. Look where you want to go. You can step, walk, or hop feet in between hands. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, just fold. Press into feet. Use an inhale to reach the arms all the way up. One more round, a little bit faster. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen and prepare. Exhale, step or float back. Chaturanga, but modify as you need to. Upward facing dog as we inhale, shoulders back. Downward facing dog as we exhale, let's stay here. Hands nice and active, arms stay long. On an inhale, gently reach the right leg up into a 3-legged dog. Press the heel away from you. We're going to slowly bend the right knee and hug it in close towards our left elbow and hold it there so the shoulders travel over the wrists. Keep the shoulders forward. Start to draw the right knee towards your right elbow, so across. Then back to the left. Engage your core. Across to the right, so hovering. Across to the left. Breathe. Across to the right. Good. Across to the left. Hold. And across to the right. Hold. Draw the knee to center, hold, press the mat away even more, look forward. Quietly step right foot in between the hands. Drive the left heel away from you. Stack right knee over right ankle, press into the big toe. Scissor your knees towards each other, stabilize through the legs first, come up onto the fingertips, lift your chest. Really think of shifting weight into legs now, engage the abdominals. Then slowly lift your arms up overhead into a high lunge. Steady your gaze in some place. Try to keep the navel drawing in here. Legs nice and active. Trying to move with the breath. So on an inhale, we reach forward the arms, crown of head reaches forward. On an exhale, the arms sweep back towards the back of the room. Inhale, sweep the arms up, lift the chest, strong legs. Exhale, reach forward and sweep the hands back. Good. Inhale, we reach up. Strong legs. We exhale, sweep the hands back. We inhale, come all the way back up into our high lunge. Hold. We exhale, take your hands to the mat. Stay here for a moment. Press your left hand underneath your left shoulder. Peel your right arm up and start to twist. Right shoulder blade wraps back. Breathing where you are for 3. Strong through that back leg for 2. On 1, look down at your right foot, release right hand down. Step back plank. Your journey to a downward dog, so you could vinyasa or you could just lift your hips up and back. We'll meet back in a downward dog. If you need to, if you do inhale through the nose and side out through the mouth. Easy side. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Flex the foot, press that heel away from you. Again, we think of moving super slowly as we bend the left knee, hug it towards your right elbow this time. Let the shoulders travel over the wrist. Engage your core as much as you can and hold. Then let that left knee travel over to the left elbow. Back to the right, hold. Over to the left, hovering. Over to the right. Over to the left. Engage the core. Over to the right. Over to the left. This time to the center, we press away, look forward. Step the left foot in between hands. Again, come up onto the fingertips. Drive that back heel away from you. Engage to the glutes a little bit. Scissor the knees towards each other. Then when you're ready, shift the weight into the legs. Reach your arms all the way up into a high lunge position. Keep a navel drawing in slightly here. Chest stays open. Again, we move with the breath. So on an inhale, we reach the crown of the head forward, hands forward, and then they reach back towards the back of the mat. Inhale, sweep all the way up, open the chest, strong legs. Exhale, reach forward and sweep back. Big inhale, we reach up. On an exhale, we sweep back. One more time, big inhale. And a big exhale. Inhale, reach up. Again, exhale to mat. Right hand underneath the shoulder. Press into right hand, peel your left arm up towards the ceiling and take a twist. Wrap left shoulder blade back. Maybe look up that top hand if that's available. 2 more breaths, stay nice and active through right hand. 1 more inhale. Exhale, frame the foot. Step back plank. Your journey to downward dog, you can vinyasa or just lift your hips up and back. Take a deep breath into the nose. Sigh it out through the mouth. Look forward, step, walk or hop the feet back in between your hands. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Press through the feet, big inhale, sweep the arms up, maybe look up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Step your feet hips distance apart. Spread the toes. Start to interlace your fingers. Flip the hands away from you. Then reach your arms up overhead so the shoulders start to lift up a little bit higher towards your ears. Draw the navel in. I want you to imagine you have a chair behind you. Start to bend at your knees, sit down into your imaginary chair. So think of trying to get your thighs parallel to the floor here as your arms reach forward and your gaze drops down. Engage your core. We hold it for 4. Switch on the glutes and the hamstrings for 3. See, can you sink a little bit deeper into imaginary chair? For 2. Feet are active. On 1, take your hands down to the mat. As a modification, walk the feet away from each other and come into a little squat. Okay, but if you're comfortable coming into a crow, maybe you're working on crow, your hands come underneath the shoulders, spread the fingers nice and wide, knees to the backs of your triceps, we look forward. Maybe 1 foot lifts today, maybe both. We squeeze the heels towards the glutes. And we hold wherever we are for 3. Keep breathing where you are for 2. And then from whatever pose you're in, either Malasana or crow, the hands come to the mat and you either step or you hop back. And then you move through your vinyasa. So eventually we all meet back in a downward facing dog. Steady the breath. Similar flow again, we're just going to add in a little bit more this time. On an inhale, sweep the right leg up, 3-legged dog. This time, bend your right knee, hug it towards your left elbow, just hold it there for a moment. Then inhale, sweep the leg all the way back up. Hug the right knee towards your right elbow, shoulders forward, hold it there for a moment. Then we inhale, sweep the leg all the way back up. This time, hug the knee in towards your nose, round your back, look forward. Step the foot in between your hands. On an inhale, lift the arms up into your high lunge. On an exhale, reach forward and reach your hands back. Hold it here this time.
Engage through the right glute. Think of your head moving forward to headbutt something. Come very light on that left leg. See, can you start to shift the weight forward into a warrior 3? So the hands can reach back, the hands can come in front of the heart, whatever option you want. Try to spin the inner left thigh up towards the ceiling for 2. One more breath where we are. Start to bend into the knees, send your left foot back. Try to arrive in your high lunge. Well done, deep breath. Just like before, hands come to the mat. Left hand underneath the shoulder. Peel the right arm up. This time come onto the knife edge of left foot, knife edge of right foot. Option to just stay here, or maybe step that right foot back, stack the legs and come into Vinyasa for 3. Breathe where you are for 2. One more inhale. On an exhale, right hand down, plank. Your journey to a downward dog. So you could just lift your hips up and back or flow through a vinyasa with me. Awesome. Again, easy side, just one more side. Set yourself up. On an inhale, lifting left leg up, 3-legged dog. Again, we bend left knee, hug it across towards the right elbow, shoulders over wrist, and pause. Inhale, sweep the leg back up. Exhale, left knee towards left elbow, shoulders over wrist, engage side body. Inhale, lengthen back up. Last one, we hug knee towards nose, round our back like a cat, look forward. Quietly step the foot in between your hands. Stay on the ball of the back foot, come onto your fingertips first. Engage the muscles of your legs, engage your core, and then lift all the way into your high lunge. Stay your gaze on one place. Inhale. Exhale, sweep the hand forward, sweep the hands back. Engage left glute, look at something that's not moving. Come light on the right toes, think of headbutting something in front of you with your head as you shift the weight into the left leg and lift into a warrior 3. Spin the inner right thigh up towards the ceiling. Take whatever variation you want with the arms. Engage your left glute even more. Good, keep breathing. Soften left knee. Can you quietly land your right foot towards the back of your mat? Good. And reach into your high lunge like nothing just happened. Take your hands to frame the foot. Right hand underneath right shoulder. We peel left arm up this time. Again, you can stay as you are. Come onto the knife edge of each foot. Or if you want a little bit more, sweep that left leg on top of the right and come into a side plank. Vinyasa. Keep lifting the hips up. Gauge the right side body 2. One more breath in. Good. Exhale, left hand down, plank. Your journey to a downward dog. Whatever you want. Take a big deep breath into the nose. And sigh it out. We're going to come to sit on our mats. You could just drop your knees and lower the bum to one side and feet in front of you. Or if you want to hop through the hands, feel free to hop through the hands. We'll all come to meet here eventually. Take a few moments to catch your breath. Move to the middle of the mat. Bend your knees. Take your hands behind your thighs. Wrap shoulder blades back towards you so your chest lifts. Come up onto your tiptoes. Catch your balance. Find your Savasana. So the hands could stay here, the knees could stay bent, or the legs can straighten. Keep your chest lifting. Let's hold it here for 5. Keep breathing where you are for 4. Chest is lifting for 3. Gauge the core for 2. Then notice where you are and come halfway between there and the floor. Dish out the body and hold it for 5. We're nearly there. For 4. Point your toes if you can. For 3. Keep breathing where you are for 2. If you're shaking, it's good. On 1. Come all the way onto your back. Take a few moments to let your spine lengthen, your shoulders soften. And then when you're ready, bend your knees and hug them in towards your chest. And just rock a little bit from side to side here. So let's start to slow it all down. open the arms out. They can be straight, or you could bend at the elbows like a cactus. Let your knees drop over to the right side. Your gaze can be at the ceiling, or maybe you're looking over towards the left. Focus on keeping both shoulders down so your chest stays open. Then we reverse the movement, come back to the center and let the knees drop all the way over to the left, and maybe gaze turns towards the right. Slowly start to let go of effort now, let go of force. Inhale, come back to center. Give the knees another bit of a squeeze in towards the body. You might take a few moments in a happy baby, or maybe a shoulder stand if you prefer to take shoulder stand if that's already in your practice. Just to kind of take the weight and energy out of the legs and the feet here for a moment. They've done a lot of work today. Just 2 more breaths wherever you are. And from either your happy baby or your short and sweet shoulder stand, we're going to come down to our mat. Set up for your Savasana. So maybe you want to lie out long, maybe you want to take the soles of feet together, knees out wide, or maybe keep a bend in the knees. You can either steady the gaze at one place or allow the eyes to gently close. I highly encourage you now to take these next few moments to let yourself switch off, to let your body receive the practice here. I'm going to bow out whilst you take a well-deserved Savasana. Thank you so much for joining in today's practice, and I hope to see you on the mat sometime soon again.